Ok, bine ați venit! În primul rând vă mulțumesc foarte mult pentru prezență. După cum bine știți, ați venit clinicul Alpha, dar foarte important este faptul că îl avem alături de noi pe Criza care reprezintă Basketball Embassy și eu astăzi din partea Basketball Embassy. Este un eveniment făcut alături de Asociația Municipală Basketball București, o chestiune care le mulțumim foarte mult pentru partea de organizare și Federația Română de Basket. Vreau să vă spun că, în primul rând, îi mulțumesc lui Chris Dial. O să las pe el să facă parte introductivă, o să vorbim pe mai multe principii astăzi și, fără să mai las să mai aștepte, Chris, if you can say a few words.
I can.
Yeah, thank you.
I can say a lot of things. Good morning and thanks for coming. I know it's early, especially in Romania. Plus 10:30 always means 11 in Eastern Europe, so we're right on time for the start. But like Alex said, I've met a lot of you already, and my name's Chris. And throughout today, anytime if you guys have a question or a comment or hey coach, that doesn't make any sense, just you can raise your hand or just yell it out and stop. I would prefer you guys to be sort of actively involved in what we're doing rather than just sitting here falling asleep. So anything that you have, that's on your mind, let's get it out and share it and try to get through some good basketball stuff today.
Este nevoie de traducere pe parte? Dacă este nevoie de traducere, fără nicio problemă, pot să o fac. Dacă doriți, rușine, ok. Just ask if they need translation.
Okay. I'm from Texas, so I already speak sort of slow, so hopefully that'll be helpful. But so just a little bit about me. I'm currently there's always coaches coming up to me and asking me, where in the heck are you at, or what are you doing right now, because I kind of move around quite a bit. I'm from San Antonio, and that's my home, but I'm currently living in Pristina, in Kosovo, and FIBA sort of allowed Kosovo to start participating in 2015, and they needed some help, so they called the Turkish Basketball Federation, and the Turkish Basketball Federation suggested me. And I have a group of coaches from the States, also from Eastern Europe and the Middle East, and we try to collectively just help grow and develop basketball wherever they need it. Kosovo needs it pretty bad, so that's where I've been the majority of this year. So, but our organization, the Basketball Embassy, the idea is that we just sort of exist to help federations mainly, but also clubs and organizations try to raise the level of basketball that they have. And everybody's different. So I've worked in the Turkish Federation for 8 years, and Turkey is a top 10 federation for men and women, so they don't need as much help as a lot of places do, but they have 83 million people, and a lot of those are kids, and a lot of those kids play basketball, and so our program there is mainly geared towards trying to develop a camp protocol or a camp system that will adapt itself to a lot of different places. So that's what we do primarily in Turkey. I've worked in Romania for 5 years now, and mainly with the Perform Basket camps, usually in Brasov. I think they've all been in Brasov, and that's where I met a lot of you guys through those camps. And that has kind of actually become, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but the Romanian Perform Basket camp has actually become a model for a lot of other countries that are attempting to do the same thing, to where the federation coaches identify young players, they bring them together, and then through that your selection process starts. And so it creates a funnel for these players. So Romania has kind of actually been a pioneer with these youth camps, and not just the camp, but the ideas and concepts behind the camp and the model behind the camp. The thing that people around here get frustrated about is they're saying, well, we've been doing this camp for 5 years and we haven't seen a gold medal at the senior team. It takes a little bit of time, and but I've seen major progression here in the last 5 years, not only with the players but with the coaches and the attention to detail and things like that. So anyway, I'm excited to be here today. I feel like Romania is family, friends and family at this point. This is one of my most favorite places to come and visit, and I'm always looking for excuses to be here. So coming here to do a clinic was easy for me. Easy for me to come. Plus, if you we joked around about it. If anyone here is from Pristina, don't be offended. But when you live in Kosovo, it's nice to go somewhere else for a minute too. So anyway, but we're gonna get started. The first session with these young kids is going to be about individual player development. And so the theme of this, I guess, is that what we try to do is we try to build players from the floor up. So we start with footwork and we try to build a balanced player. If we build players, we can build teams. If we build teams, we can build programs. You know, if you build programs, you can build national teams, and if you have a great national team, then you've kind of, you know, achieved your goal. So that's the idea. There is nothing that a great player can do off balance. You can't shoot, you can't pass, you can't handle the ball, you can't be an effective defender if you don't have good balance, and balance always starts from the floor. So we're going to work some footwork stuff with these guys, and even though they're young, at least you guys can take some of this and maybe apply it to whatever ages that you're coaching. So if we're ready, coach, let's get these guys out with the ball. Maybe.
Everybody wants to have the ball.
Everybody has a ball. Yeah.
Distanța între voi. Distanța între voi. Mai încolo. Mai încolo, Vlad. Mai încolo. Distanță bună.
You guys are looking sharp. Looking sharp. Alright. So first thing with these guys we're going to do is just review this triple threat position. So you guys know triple threat?
Pentru început, tripla amenințare. Poziția de pregătiți pe care o faci.
Let's see it. Not bad. You guys look better than the national team in Kosovo.
Spate, pieptul genul pe jos. Baza puțin mai mare, vârfurile îndreptate în față.
Alright, now I want to use so show triple threat again. Ready? Triple threat.
Tripla amenințare.
Okay, good. Alright. So what we're looking for, what we try to work on with our players is to make sure we've got the staggered stance, and hers is pretty good. That's why I chose her. Her feet are right outside the shoulders. And we try to move this shooting side, she's right-handed, so we try to move this shooting side up a little bit, and then we'll spread it out outside the shoulders. So she's got a great base there, okay? And she's showing some good posture. Okay, hop back in. Now, I always tell these coaches in the States, triple threat is always really low. American players always start with the ball really low because everything in the States is predicated on the dribble. I mean, we dribble more than anybody in the world. And it's not necessarily a good thing. If you go to Lithuania or even Serbia next door, triple threat usually is here. You know, they're going to have the ball a little bit higher because they're predicated on shooting that jump shot first. That's what they're thinking first. Well, what I've tried to do is just try to get players to get low. Okay, so if I'm low and I've got the ball here or I've got the ball here, if I get lower, it kind of combines, you know, the two. I'm still, you know, Lithuanian style, ready to shoot the ball, but I'm also low enough to where I can attack as if I was in the States and I was going to dribble first. So the main thing with this is we want a big chest. We always tell our players to be proud, show a big chest. Chin is going to be tucked. We're looking for good balance. And then we want that ball right here on our shooting side. And the lower we are, the better, okay? So I'm going to have Alex, these guys just do it one more time. We're going to say triple threat.
Din nou în aceeași poziție.
And I want you guys to get low, okay? As low as you can. Low man wins. We always say low man
cât mai
wins.
jos.
Okay? Low man
Din
wins.
genunchi, spatele este drept, scoateți pieptul, bărbia este în spate.
Alright, great.
Vârfurile îndreptate în direcția în care vă uitați.
Now, one other detail that I always work with my players on is finding the seams on the ball, okay? And a lot of coaches don't do this, and I understand it. I played with some really good shooters and they didn't find the seams, but I played with some better shooters that did find the seams. So as a coach, it's difficult because it's such a small detail and it takes time and you don't want to use your practice time to do it. But when you shoot the ball, the last two fingers that touch it are going to be these two. Great shooters, like Steph Curry right now in the NBA, his last finger to touch the ball is his index finger. So every time he shoots, he's trying to catch and find the seams. So whatever the pass is, when he goes up to shoot it, you're going to see his fingers getting the seams. It's just an instinct thing. And if you start with young kids, they won't think about it. They'll just do it. So when he goes up to shoot and he finishes, that index finger's coming off the ball and you're getting that great rotation that we see with him, okay? Steve Kerr was the same way, Ray Allen, a lot of the great shooters in the league, and a lot of the foreign shooters back in the day. I'm a little bit older than some of you guys, but Marcelonis and some of those guys that played, they would get that index finger in the seams and follow through there, okay? So, what I want you guys to do, if I say triple, you guys relax. Relax, we're going to be right here, okay? Relax, we're going to be right here, okay? Right here. Here you go. Relax, good. Now, if I say triple threat, I want you guys to be right there, okay? Ready? Relax, relax, relax. All right. All right, you guys ready? Triple threat. All right, good, relax. Not bad, not bad. Okay, stand up. All right, second position I'll work with on youth players. Guys, especially if you have a lot of kids in your practices, these are good tools. So I'll hit a long whistle sometimes. I'll hit a long whistle. And that means triple threat. Or I'll hit two short whistles. And if we hear that, we're gonna chin it. Right here, okay? So we talk about this chin it position a lot. On the chin it position, we're gonna use two hands on the side of the ball, okay, and our chest. And the elbows are gonna be out and we're gonna be in a stance, okay? We always try to tell our youth players there's 2 times in the game we're gonna chin the ball, okay? 2 times. The first one is the obvious one, when we get a rebound. Anytime that ball comes down, we get a rebound, we're gonna try to chin the ball right here. Elbows out and create some space, okay? The second situation involves a loose ball, okay? So if the ball's loose on the ground, we're gonna get on the floor for that ball. We're gonna dive on the floor for that ball. But if I can pick it up, if there's no one else around, and I can pick it up, my first thing is gonna be to chin it. And then I'm gonna make a decision. I'm either gonna dribble or I'm gonna pass. So this chin it position is something that we use in practice, especially with youth kids, to reinforce this spot, okay? So I want you guys to relax, okay? I want you guys to relax, all right? And when I say chin it, you guys are gonna go here, okay? You gotta make the sound, okay? All right? You guys ready? Chin it. Oh,
No!
Stand up. Stand up. What happened to this? Ready? Chin it. That's a little better. Get low. Remember, low man wins. Low man wins. I'm 6'4". You gotta be lower than me. Okay? Relax. One more time.
Desniți mingea, vă rog frumos. Cât puteți de tare, da?
Ready? Chin it. Good. Relax. Triple threat.
Tripla amenințare.
Triple threat. Relax. Chin it. Elbows out. Relax. Triple threat. Alright, not bad. So fix those feet. Make sure those feet are parallel. Good. Problem. Okay, relax. Alright, so I always go over those things first. Try to get those 2 positions out, and then we'll use it all week long and make sure that they're doing the right thing. Alright. First, we're going to do some stationary ball handling. This stuff, guys, is not anything you haven't seen before, okay? Not this first set of drills. But what I'm hoping is to give you a couple of nuggets or teaching points that you can make with your players. One thing that we talked about with our youth kids that's applicable to your older players, if you're working with U18s, U20s, or senior team, we talk about points of attack. And when I'm playing basketball, if I'm showing my chest, okay, I'm not in a attack position, okay? If I hide my chest, then I'm getting ready to attack. If I show a shoulder versus a chest, then I'm gonna get into an attack position. So if I've got Alex is on defense, for example, and I'm gonna put you here so they can kind of see me. If I'm showing my chest here, I'm not gonna be in an attack position. I'm not ready to get by this guy, okay? But if I start to show a shoulder, okay, or a shoulder, then I'm ready to kind of make my move. So we talk about hiding our chest a little bit. One thing that we work on with these kids is when we do ball handling drills, we always try to give them an idea of where the basket is, okay? So for you guys right now, I was going to tell these guys that the basket is up here, okay?
Panoul este în fața voastră, vă imaginați că aveți un inel.
So when we work stationary ball handling, a lot of coaches will just work chest to the basket. And so for example, we're going to do right hand pound dribble, and their chest will be right here on the basket. But what we want to start getting in their minds is very rarely is their chest going to be directly to the basket. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys turn, and we're going to get our chest to the wall over here. We're going to show our arm bar to the basket, and we're going to go pound dribble with that right hand, okay? So let's explain that to them so they know.
Copii, piciorul stâng va fi pe o parte a liniei, în partea dreaptă, aici piciorul drept, vârfurile vor fi îndreptate spre această parte de apă. Antebrațul de pe partea stângă, în lateral spre domnii antrenori. Driblingul va fi puternic, mâna stângă, lateral de braț. Driblingul va fi cu mâna dreaptă, puternic în exteriorul genunchiului.
Okay, so Alex, when I say go, they're going to start pound dribbling, and when I hit the whistle, I'm going to go, and they're going to chin.
În momentul în care auziți flări, dați drumul la dribbling puternic cu mâna dreaptă, puternic. De-aia să trageți asta cu prezentare. În momentul în care auziți cele două flări, opriți dribbling-ul, poziție de cine, lăsați puternic nici așa, țineți undeva la nivelul pieptului, aproape de bărbie. S-a înțeles?
Alright guys, ready? Go!
Privirea spre antrenori.
Good. Yeah, I'm just warming them up, so we're good. All right, you guys get ready. Relax, relax, relax. Okay. Now, we talked about chest. Talk about chest. Okay. Now we're going to talk about chin. All right. My chin needs to be on the basket. Arm bar is here. Chin is here. Chest is here. So coaches, one thing that maybe you can take out of this, even with these young guys, is we always want to be on balance. Like I mentioned, we always want to have great posture. The way we're put together, our bodies are put together, our spine is supposed to be straight. I mean, even as you guys sit there, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable because I'm the worst. You guys will see me walking around like this. But we're supposed to roll our shoulders back. We're supposed to show our chest. Our spine is not supposed to be compromised. It's supposed to be upright. So even as we move defensively, you always watch players and you say, man, that kid has great balance. Usually because the kid is staying straight up. On offense, if they catch, you'll notice they've got a big chest and they're showing their great posture. So now we want to do this again, and we want to address their posture. We want to make sure they roll those shoulders back. We want to make sure that arm bar is up, that our knees are bent, okay? And that our chin is going to be up here at the basket while we're pounding the ball, okay? So when you're coaching, especially these young guys, you want to address these things because if we don't address it early, then they're going to deal with it later, okay? The other thing that you'll notice is like my man right here, as he's bending over, you're going to see his knees are going to get over his feet. If you guys notice that. This is something that I try to watch for when I'm coaching. If I see knees go over the feet, I know that this kid's got a balance issue right now. And I did too when I was his age. I still do. We don't want our first stand up straight. We don't want their first movement when they squat down to be their knees over their feet. We want their knees to stay where they're at, and we want their butt to go down. Okay? See the difference? So that we're, instead of going here, we're going here. It's a subtle little detail, but it has a lot to do with your balance. If you see players and their heels start coming up, they've got hip problems. Meaning a lot of our big guys have this. If you're coaching post players and you ask them to put the ball down and just do a simple squat, their heels are going to come up. They're not even able to do it. Okay? If they can't do that, it's going to be hard for them to finish a mic and drill or make a post move in the game that's going to be effective. So I'm giving them homework to where they're gonna squat and sit there with that butt. Excellent, excellent. Better than mine. 4, 5. All right. Okay. Now let's try again. Let's see if you got it. Now look, this hands. I want to show these guys this. Like this. Our big rebounders do this too. They'll chin it. They'll get the ball here, and the hands are on top of the ball. We got to get those things on the side of the ball, and we got to pull this thing into our chest. Okay. Now, you ready? That. No problem. No problem. No problem. See? Okay, a lot stronger. Good, relax. Okay, you guys did great. Now, here's what we're gonna do. You guys are gonna start in this position. You're gonna dribble. Okay? When I blow the whistle, you guys are gonna cross over by moving this front foot backwards. Here, you're gonna cross here. Okay? I blow the whistle, cross. Cross. Whatever hand we're dribbling with in the game, as soon as we change direction, it immediately becomes our arm bar. As soon as I change direction, it immediately becomes our arm bar. Okay? So that's what we're working on right here.
Ok, o să începem să driblăm. Întotdeauna driblingul se face momentul în care ai să iar mâna care a pus mingea dintr-o parte în cealaltă devine protecția voastră. Bineînțeles, schimbăm și poziția picioarelor și protejăm și pe partea aceasta, da? Deci ați auzit fluierul, am schimbat și iar ați auzit fluierul, am schimbat partea, iar mă duc în protecție. Privirea tot timpul spre antrenor, întotdeauna încercați să puneți protecție.
You guys ready?
S-a înțeles? Ce?
Not bad. Okay, not bad. So coaches, we'll move forward with some of this stuff. When we teach ball handling to these guys, there's 2 terms I always use. I use low and I use tight. Okay, low and tight. We want low and tight ball handlers. Okay, we don't want high. Okay, and we don't want wide. The further this thing gets away from my body as a ball handler, the more likely I am to give it to the other team. Okay. So when we're working crossover, I know these guys watch YouTube all the time and they want to get here and they want to cross over real wide. It's not realistic, okay? Crossover should be really tight from knee to knee, right here, boom. We're going to change direction and go, okay? So that's one thing I always try to emphasize with these ball games. The other thing, and I heard a coach say this years ago, and I forgot that I had heard it, and then I heard it this summer. We were at a clinic in the States, and one of the coaches there, he's a Division III, NCAA Division III basketball coach, small school, and he's kind of known for always having great playmakers. He always has great point guards, and his teams have been very successful. One of the guys in the clinic asked him, "Hey, coach, what do you do to work on your point guards, ball handling and court vision, because they're always great? You just recruit great guys, and you guys do things in practice and work on it?" And he said, We do every ball handling drill you can think of. We do every passing drill you can think of, and we do it with both hands, and we do it while we're fouling, and we do all of these things. And his idea was that he said, the last thing that I want my playmaker to think about when he's handling the ball is handling the ball. And I thought that was pretty simple, but pretty significant. We don't want our players thinking about handling the ball, right? We don't want them to even know that it's there. We want them to be so comfortable with it that they're thinking about other things, like what offense are we supposed to be running? What are we getting back in on defense, right? Where is that post player that's not so smart supposed to be? You know, so I can kind of point him in the right direction. So it's a good thing to remember. If you look at your player and you can tell they're really thinking about, you know, handling that ball, they're not going to be as effective as you want them to be. So we've got to make them really comfortable with this, if at all possible. Okay? All right, we're going to do one more of these things with these guys. The 3 change of direction dribbles that I always work on are crossover, between the leg, and behind the back. We start with those. I don't even, U14s, maybe some of the more skilled ones, we'll start working on in and out. We'll start working on combo moves. But for the most part, up until U16, when they're becoming U18 players, they should have a good crossover, they should have a good between the leg, and they should have a good behind the back. Anything else, we're just making a very simple game more complicated, okay? So these guys want to do all of this stuff, but the reality is they're not effective with the first one, okay? So we want to make sure that they're effective with what they do. This one, we're going to start right hand pound dribble here, okay? And now when I blow the whistle, okay, you guys are going to go between the legs and the switch. Between the legs and the switch. All right, as quick as you can. So we're going to go between the legs. You guys ready for that? Okay.
Poziție.
Let's face this way. That's the switch. Chin is here. Remember, big chest, butt down. All right, the old man wins. You guys ready? Right hand. All right. Ready? All right, go. Eyes up here, guys. Stationary-wise to help. Guys, when I came over to you, the warning came about whether this was important or not. I'm not going to get into all the details of that with you guys. Most of you guys, I think, were beyond the conversation. My whole thing about the direct step versus the crossover step. With my players, we cross step every time off of a jab step. We'll jab and we cross. That's when we really utilize the crossover. If I have a choice as a player, I would like to take the direct step. The reason is because with one dribble, okay, as a shooter, I can get here with the cross step and I can create 1 or 2 meters, okay? But if I direct step, I dribble, I kill my step, and then I get my 1-2. So I can create a little bit more space with one dribble. As a shooter, it's difficult to cross step and drag your shooting side foot into a shot. That's why we don't usually cross step and then go one more, okay? So it's a preference thing as a player. And for guys that still play, this is just sort of a reality. So we work direct step a lot. The problem is that our referees most of the time don't recognize the fact that a direct step is not a travel. There is a common misconception in FIBA. I've had discussions with FIBA officials about this. The rule is written that it is not when the ball hits the ground. It is when the ball leaves your hand. So as soon as I start to dribble, as soon as that ball is here, I can pick this up, I can run in place, I can spin around, I can do whatever I want, okay? That's not how we're calling it. So it's affecting the way that we're teaching. So when I teach the direct step, I'm telling the players they have to dribble on that step, that they've got to dribble on that step, that the ball has to hit the ground the same time their foot does. Even though, technically, it doesn't matter. But the referees aren't going to call it that way. So when we're working direct step stuff with kids, we do this little cross step, direct step series. So I'm going to do direct step first with these guys, and then we'll try cross step. This is homework stuff that we'll give these kids. What we'll do is we'll start a triple threat, and I'll do this with my U8 teams that don't have a right foot pivot. We'll start here, okay? And I'll have them direct step, pound, and then right back to triple threat, okay? Direct step, triple threat. Direct step, triple threat, all right? So we're gonna do 5 of those, okay? We're gonna do 5 of those. You guys are gonna go direct step, triple threat. Direct step, triple threat, okay? 5 times, right? Okay?
Avem de 5 ori, direct step și revenire și la amenințare. Mica mea asta sunt mai jos, springul este în exteriorul piciorului. Jos pe poziție, pregătiți la amenințare.
Okay. Now, I want your feet perfect, okay? Parallel. And every time we go triple threat, in practice, we should be able to comfortably shoot the ball. Okay? So I want you guys to have that position every time. Good. Alright, you guys ready?
Mâna dreaptă, picior drept, direct step și reveniți în poziție inițială, la amenințare. I think we're still for each one or just 5?
They'll just go 5 on their own. So they get to 5.
De 5 ori de unii singur nu așteptați suflare. În momentul în care vă spune doctorul să plecați, 1, 2 și tot așa, de 5 ori, da? Pregătire.
Alright, ready? Go! One drill, guys.
Mai voi face cealaltă. Este vorba de un tripling și reveniți în poziție inițială de tripla amenințare. Nu este nevoie să triplați când ați revenit, da? Deci când facem asta, suntem jos pe poziție. Am plecat în direct step, o singură dată, facem un singur tripling, revenim în poziție. Un tripling, am revenit în poziție. Ați înțeles, da? De 5 ori. Hai să fim jos pe poziție. Reveniți jos, nu trebuie să existe fluctuații de înălțime. Rămâneți jos pe poziție. Privirea sus, privirea sus.
That arm bar up. That arm bar up. Alright, stop. Okay. Alright guys, now we're going to do the left. Okay? Good, relax. Is anybody left-handed? No left-handers. Left-handers. Okay. So now we're going to go left hand, but for a right-handed shooter, which we have, we work on from triple threat, we're going to work on the rip. So we're going to rip, okay, and direct step. Triple threat. Rip, direct step. Triple threat. Rip, direct step. Okay, we're going to get 5. So that motion, we call the rip, is across the belt. Okay, we're going to go from triple threat to an attack position on the left. Okay?
Inclin la amenințare, ținând mingea pe partea dreaptă, jos pe poziție. Trage mingea puternic și agresiv pe partea cealaltă, apoi direct pe piciorul stâng, mâna stângă, revin în poziție inițială cu mingea pe partea dreaptă. După aceea iarăși, trag agresiv, pășesc un pic, revin în poziția inițială cu mingea pe partea dreaptă. Ați înțeles? De 5 ori, da? Partea, da? De 5 ori, știi?
Good. Relax. You're going to be my defense. Okay? I got to pick on guys that I might have a chance to score on. Beautiful. Okay, actually I'm gonna put you here. Okay, perfect. Now, coaches, cross step or direct step, doesn't matter. Our goal is to put body parts between the defense and the ball. We want to put body parts between the defense and the ball. Okay? If I cross step, it's easy. Okay? If I cross step, I'm here. Dribble should be there. I should have an arm bar and a leg between me and the defense every time. This is no problem. Okay? Common misconception with old school coaches is that we can't do that with the direct step, but we can. We're here, we're going to step, same thing, right? The problem is that our players dribble inside themselves. A lot of times we dribble here. This is not realistic. So if you guys are watching your players attack the basket, this ball is going to get taken away, okay? This ball, this is still going to get taken away by you, okay? So the point of dribble here should be here, on the outside of the foot, and I should be working. We always tell our players we want to clip the hip. We want to try to drive this shoulder through that hip right there. So if I'm going to attack, I'm going to get low enough to get through here. I'm having to get really low because this guy's not really high. The same thing with the cross step. If I go here, I've got to get low enough to try to drive this shoulder through his hip. Remember, it's always going to be his fault if there's a car accident. It's always going to be a block unless he takes the contact here in the middle. And most of our players don't, okay? So it's just something to think about. The position of the dribble is going to be important when they're attacking the basket, okay? All right, what I want to do now is I want to have these guys face this way.
Fața spre partea opusă.
Okay? And we are going to work on what we call this crab ball or side dribble. And we're going to work on a jump stop, okay? I watched the girls game last night. Olympia, Alexandru. It's a good game. I mean, some talented girls. U18, talented girls. There's a couple of girls that can play for my guys' teams in Kosovo. I mean, good players. But it still amazes me that nobody in Europe finishes on jump stops. We want to finish everything off of one leg. And it's just simple physics. If you're standing on one leg, okay, it's so easy to get you off of balance. If you're standing on two, I can shove you a little bit better. You got 2 feet on the ground. So sometimes when we're attacking, we tell our players, if you've got a defender on your hip or behind you, you need to go up and finish one leg, no problem. One leg, however you want to finish. But if you have a person on your hip or in front, it should almost always be 2 feet so that we have an opportunity to create space and go up and finish strong, okay? So one exercise we do with the young players and the old players to work on this movement is this little sideline to sideline drill. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on dribbling on that step. We're facing chest here, chin is here, and we're going to dribble on the step. And we'll let the ball right here in the chin, okay? From here, I'm going to dribble, step.
Momentul în care auziți că faceți un ridicare asigurați-vă că momentul în care aterizați sunteți echilibrați și sunteți în continuare în direcția aceea și sunteți într-o poziție joasă, că nu este scos. Așteptați după aceea să vă furăre moarte pe cine nu are după ce am intrat la vreau să știu aici.
Okay, you guys ready? Let's see what we look like. On the whistle, one drill. Not bad. Coaches were emphasizing again that the ball and the foot need to hit the ground at the same time. Okay, ball and the foot, ball and the foot. Okay, here. All right. You guys ready? Make sure you don't step before you dribble. It's got to be the same time. Same time. is on the target. My chest is on the wall. I got my arm up here. Right here on the chin. Okay. Step, dribble. Same time. Okay. You guys ready? Left hand coming back. Gotta be at the same time. Same time.
Sărim în înălțime, încercăm să câștigăm teren.
Try to get your players to understand that the hand that has the ball should be working simultaneously with the opposite foot. Okay? Always with the opposite foot. We have problems with players working the same side foot, even if it's a crossover. Okay? What I mean by that is, if I'm going to cross over here, okay, this foot, if I'm here and back up and I cross over, this foot should be setting in that direction, so I'm moving with the ball. Okay? East-west movement. We want to attack off of this one. So when I'm here and I step, I want to step with that same side foot, okay? Step with that opposite side foot that I'm going with, okay? And a lot of our guys don't, right? We get some kind of weird, stuff going on that I can't demonstrate. So opposite foot, ball side hands should be working together all the time. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to attack now with this crab crawl dribble into a retreat dribble. I'm going to go. You guys are going to go here. I'm going to go. You guys are going to go back. I blow the whistle again. We're going to cross over. Okay? And then go forward. Here, back, cross over. Here, back, cross over. Okay? So we're going to keep this steady pace. Coaches, the reason we're working on this movement where we've got chest to the wall instead of chest to the basket is because there's so many points in the game where we're not going to be able to attack this way. We're going to have to turn. We're going to have to create space, because of the defensive pressure. If we start working on this with the young kids, they'll be better at it when they're older. And maybe we won't have so many turnovers. All right? You guys are going to face this way. Okay? Face this way. Chin is to me. Okay? Right hand dribble. All right? You guys ready?
Mâna dreaptă.
One guy's ready. You guys ready? Yeah! So I expect that you guys to do one. All right, ready? Great job. Okay. Alright, coaches, I got one more little pivot series I want to show with you guys, and then we'll wrap this up. Especially when it stops. I mentioned Steph Curry earlier with the shot. I'm a Steph Curry fan, but I can claim that was a superstar. So he's, for an average person, he's a great guy for guys like this to look up to, because physically he's nothing special. He just works really, really hard. Steph Curry right now is making coaches look great. He's making coaches look great. When LeBron is the best player in the league, it's fine. But LeBron is 6'8", 260 pounds of nothing but muscle. And it makes it difficult for you to tell a player, yeah, you just keep working hard and you can be just like LeBron James. No, you can't. He's 6'8", 260 pounds of muscle. We don't have very many of those. Steph Curry, though, he's not anything special physically. So he's making coaches look great because all he is a product of his work ethic. I mean, as much as he's worked, that's why he's as good as he is. So we do every drill now could be called a Steph Curry drill. You know, we could call this Steph Curry crossover, or Steph Curry change of direction, or Steph Curry dribbling, or whatever. He does have a pivot series that his coach at Davidson used to use. And this is one of the most under-taught things that I see when I'm going around. And a lot of coaches, it blows my mind, even in the States, we don't teach work off both pivots. Most coaches are one pivot coaches. And I used to not criticize that. I used to be, well, I would say that's a preference. You know, that's that coach's preference. Just like running a 2-3 matchup zone would be a preference instead of running a man defense. But now I've become a little more critical of that. In the last 3 or 4 years, I've really gotten on my youth coaches about, you've got to develop players' sides. You can't develop one side and not develop the other side. And coaches are starting to get smart about developing the weak hand. We always talk about, well, we're going to do weak hand development stuff. And if you go on YouTube and you look up guys like Gannon Baker, they're doing weak hand development stuff. And it's really good stuff. But they're not talking about weak side. I have a weak side. So if I'm a right-handed shooter, I'm always going to prefer to use this left foot pivot. You know, I'm going to prefer to pivot this way. If I attack left, I'm going to crossover step. If I attack right, I'm going to direct step. When I shoot and I step into my shot, it's going to be 1-2, left, right, if I'm a right. If I'm a lefty, it's going to be the other. What you're going to have a hard time finding is a great player that's got a great right foot as a right-hander, okay? To where they can step in and square up on that right foot and shoot. So they can crossover step or direct step with their left. We're really trying to focus on all 4 pivots. You've got 2 feet, and each one has 2 pivots, a front and a reverse, okay? So it's gonna be kind of quick with these guys, and we're not gonna get into the detail that we probably should, but I at least want to demonstrate one of the ways that we'll work on these pivots, okay? So we're gonna have these guys start on this red line, okay? You guys are gonna be up here, and we're gonna start in triple threat, okay? You guys are gonna be in triple threat, all right? And we're just to continue the direct step theme because I know these guys can crossover step, although they were all direct stepping perfect. We're gonna direct step with our right hand, okay? We're gonna dribble, all right? You guys get to the midline, okay, to the half court, to the midline, to the help line, we're going to jump stop, okay? We're going to jump stop, right? Step line, you know, we got to kind of mash it in to make sure that it was dead, because those things are pretty resistant. So when I'm teaching kids about pivots, we always talk about stomping the roach, right? You see a roach, if my right foot's going to be my pivot, I'm going to stomp that roach and my foot's going to stay there. So now I can move, you know, in my pivot this way, okay? So what I want to do with these guys is we're going to start with the left foot. We're going to face this way. And I want them to stomp that roach with that left foot, okay? And that foot is going to become their pivot.
La centru terenului de faceți o într-un singur timp.
Okay, we're going to squash the ball. Alright? So you guys ready? We're going to squash the ball together. Okay? You guys ready? Everybody see the ball? You guys see the ball? You got a ball? Alright, ready? We're going to squash the ball. Ready? Squash it. Squash it. Okay. So we got this pivot, right? This pivot. Moving this foot, right? Move that right. Move that right. Move that right foot. Okay? Alright, good. Now we're going to direct step. Okay? You guys ready? Triple correct. Okay? Alright, this is the pivot foot, right? This is the pivot foot. Left foot. Alright, on the front pivot. ready? Okay, now we're going to direct step. Left foot is still pivoted. We're going to direct step. Ready? Let's do it again. Okay? All right, good. Now, relax. Now, right foot. Right foot. We're going to do all right? Now we're going to left hand right step. So we're going to rip and step. Okay? Rip and step. Ready? Right foot. Right foot. Front pivot. Ready? Again. We want to lead with our chest. Okay? One more time. One more time. Alright, now we're going to direct step. Left hand. We're here. Rip and step. Okay. Right foot is the pivot. Okay. Front pivot. Front pivot. Ready?
Notare ofensivă, duceți cu față. Bravo, asta și.
Good. Again.
Din nou.
Think about it. Yes. Good. All right. Guys, relax. Relax. Bravo. Okay? Good job. So, Coach, we would do that with reverse pivot also. These guys are a little worn out. We're going to skip that, but reverse pivot, we would lead with the back. Okay, so that gives us all four. So with that pivot, the further it gets from my body, the more chance the defense is going to take it away. Alex, let's get these guys to put their ball down. We've got, let's get like 1, 2, 3, we'll do wave drill facing this coach. Let you run wave drill. Okay, all right, however you want to do it. So Alex, we're going to finish with the real quick energy drill. We like to finish practice and start practice with high energy stuff. So this is one of our favorite, or my favorite drills. We call it the wave drill. Every coach has their own version of this. This is Alex's version with his kids. So I wanted him to demonstrate it with you. It's a great drill to finish practice with.
Ok, vă rog frumos, toată lumea, micile aici, haideți, înapoi în linia voi, apoi în linie în pozițiile în care erați, mai repede vă rog. Haideți, haideți. Numărul 1, numărul 2, hai, 1, 2, alo, fața spre mine, numărul 1, 2,
2, 1, 1, 2.
ok, pe partea aceasta, rămâneți aici, ca la scos și o zilă. Haideți, haideți pe poziție. E la linia gală, numărul 2, o să fie în față la linia. Haideți, linie. Numărul 1, o să fie aici.
Hai lucrat. 1, 2, 3 și bun și alfa!
You don't want to, right?
No, they're done. They're off. You guys did good. Whatever exercise that we do, we got to do it perfect. I mean, we got to fix the details. We got to get our kids to be perfect at that. If they can do that well, then we can move on to the next thing. So challenge your coaches that you work with and even your players. Hey, we're not looking for the perfect drill. We're just looking to run the drill perfectly. I mean, that's what we're trying to accomplish, okay? But anyway, I think we're going to take a short break. But if you guys have any questions or comments or anything about any of this or anything else, I mean, the next session is going to be kind of defensive predicated towards the press, the man press, and then the third one's going to be more individual development, but it's going to be a little bit higher level. We're going to talk about screening, coming off screens, and positioning of the hands, and receiving the pass, making the pass, footwork, attacking different defenders, stuff like that. But do you guys have any questions? Or
If you don't mind, I have one. I was going to ask you, how much of a practice do you allocate to this exactly?
Alex is saying, or asking, how much of my practice would I spend on doing things like this? I think it depends on who you're working with. I mean, with these kids, I would do a lot of this with these kids. I would do a lot of this with U12s and U14s. I think practices should look more like camps most of the time. They should look more like developmental. We're trying to develop players. That's what we want to do. With U16s, U14s, U16s, a lot of times we'll delegate one day. We'll make one day sort of a skills day. So if we're practicing 5 days a week and we play on Saturday, we may use Wednesday to just do a ton of individual development stuff. Shot repetition, ball handling, passing, and things like that for U16, U14. U18, U20, as we get up into senior players, same kind of thing. We'll either have to have one segment of our practice, maybe a 15-minute, 20-minute segment at the beginning or at the end, where we're really looking to put players in positions that they're going to be during the game. That's where we would get working on post moves, guards working on guard work, and wings kind of attacking the basket and getting shots up. So it just depends, I guess, on your age level, who you're coaching. But I have a big problem with walking into coaches' gyms in Kosovo, and I travel all over the country daily. And I walk into a coach that's coaching a U14 team, and nobody on his team can make a correct left-handed layup. I mean, I take an issue with that. I think he's failing with those kids. Now, if I went to his game and they couldn't run an offense, as a coach, I'm not as concerned about that as whether they can all shoot a correct layup. But parents, as you guys know, change our equation a little bit. Parents want to see you guys win games. They want to see you guys beat teams by a lot of points. They don't care if their kid's shooting with the correct form. They just want to see their kid make the shot. So I know the totality of the circumstances. I understand it. But as coaches, we got to find a way to try to push through that and teach our kids, how to do things correctly, if possible. So
It's 12, 15.
okay. Do you guys have any other questions or comments or anything about any of that? It's pretty basic stuff. I'm here all day, so just grab me if you do. You guys get up, stretch, grab water, snack, whatever. 15 minutes, and we're gonna start with this next group. butt's got to drop. Okay? It's got to drop. So we're going to pump it and then press it. Like this. Pump it. Press it. One more time. Pump it. Press it. Now stop it. Direct step. Ball again. Okay, you guys back up. Catch. 1, 2, shot. Slow down, go real slow, go slow. Just go real slow. Okay, get this footwork down, right? Okay? Alright, go first. Shot, take it. Not. Good. Okay, 1, 2, right, left. Right, left. Now this is your good. So you can show, okay? Good. Straight up. Okay, so big sketch here. Jump, jump. Okay, when you jump, I want you to point your toe to the ground. Okay, right down here. The toe's going. You're going to go to that sideline, the red line, and stop. Okay, so. Just don't run over the camera. All right, you guys ready? All right, go. Take a couple of steps. I'm going to go right knee, roll it out. To the middle, right here. And then we're going to bring it down here. Okay, right here. Okay. Alright. All the way to the side. Okay? Let's go. Nice and slow. Okay, keep your balance. Don't move like that. Get those hands out in front. Chin up. opposite foot. Opposite hand, opposite foot. You guys are about as flexible as I am. Okay, we're going to go one more to this side. Okay. That's we're going to go sumo wrestling. Okay, let's go sumo. Step real big like this. Feet are down, they're parallel. I'm going to rock them this way. Okay. Then I'm going to rock this way. Alright. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to go right over that. I'm going to go down as low as I can, touch my toes, step, and pivot. Here. Get to the midline. Quads and reach. Okay, step. Quads and reach. Okay? Alright. Big step. You got to let it back. Keep your feet on the ground. Don't turn your foot up. Okay? Foot down, good. All the way down, get low. Get low, try to get your stretch. Get your stretch. That build-up, all right? So what we do, we always start with is one-on-one dribble zigzag. This is a classic old drill, right? So I'm gonna have you guys down there in the corner. All right, so we're gonna start there and we're gonna work. I'm gonna lunge. When I get here, my goal is I'm going to try to turn her, so I'm going to try to show her my chest. If I do that correctly, she's going to have two options. She can continue forward or she can go backwards. And we know she's going to go forward. So when I get here, I want you guys to go ahead and pop the floor. Now, as she turns, I'm going to pivot open a little bit, give a little space, and now I'm going to go here. Have you guys up here? Alright, good. All the way to the basement. Second, I'm going to use these two to demonstrate. Coach, I think it looks cool, but it's impossible to do. touch the floor. 80%. Ready? Here we go. Good. Pop the floor. Still pop the floor. Good, good. Gotta give space in the middle. Good, gotta give space. You don't get space, we're gonna get beat. Good, good stuff. And in this drill, they're gonna work. I mean, this is not a fun one to do for them. Okay? It's always fun for the coach. But they've got to give space. So ladies, when you start sprinting, you don't want to sprint right next to the player here. And we all do this. We play defense with our hip. There's no point. She's not in a scoring position. Give ground, beat her to a spot, make her change direction, okay? And then sprint, beat her to a spot, take space away, okay? So we're going space, no space. Space, no space, all right? So you guys are gonna start down here, okay? So hey, same thing, 80%. We're gonna go a little bit faster, okay? A little bit faster. You guys ready? Aren't you glad you guys signed up for this? So much fun. All right, here we go. Good. 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 Keep it to the spot. Good. Good. Next two. Here we go. Good. Keep working on your ball hand. Good. Keep working on your ball hand. Good. Keep it to a spot. Gotta give space. Gotta get around. Keep it to the spot. Gotta go white line. White line to red line. White line to red line. Good. White line to red line. Now you guys want to do red line. Good. Off the floor, get low. Get low on defense, active man. Go on. Get it to a spot. Get it to a spot. Get it to a spot. Good. Get it right. Different than a lot of the run and jump presses. I haven't seen very many in Europe actually. Not very many people do a run and jump. Most presses are going to be zone presses. Man presses are going to be straight up man defense usually. Okay? There's not even going to be a trap. It's just a tempo press. They're not trying to create turnovers. They're just trying to speed the game up. We want to press because we want to get the most defensively out of our 24-second shot clock. That's why we should be pressing. Okay? We want to get the most out of the shot clock. Offense doesn't want to be pressed. They like to utilize their 6 seconds with no pressure to get the ball across half court before they get in danger of that 8-second violation. And that still leaves them, okay, a good 18 seconds to execute their offense. What we're trying to do is make them play faster. We want them to play faster. We want them to get a good, what they think is a good shot quickly. And hopefully we can get a quick rebound and we can run the other way. So if we're going to press, number one, we got to be in better shape than everybody we play. You can't be a pressing team if you're not in great shape. So if you're going to be a pressing team, my first suggestion would be you better make sure that your players can run. Okay? I haven't seen a player in Romania that could play 40 minutes for me the way I want to play. I just haven't. And I don't see those players very often. Okay? The last team I coached last summer in the European Championships, our best player played 22 minutes a game. 22 minutes a game, our best player, and he's by far our best player. He was the MVP of the tournament, 22 minutes a game. Because physically, he's not going to be able to handle playing 94 feet the way I want to play, okay? So, this next part of the drill we call run and cut, okay? Run and cut. 2 types of man-to-man jump presses. On one type, you're going to jump from the front. On the other, you're going to jump from behind, excuse me. This one, we're going to jump from behind. This is my favorite one. That's why I'm showing it to you. It's a preference. It doesn't mean it's better. What it does is it makes it more difficult for the guard to recognize the trap coming because we're coming from behind, okay? So this little run and cut drill is just to build up to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on here in the corner. It's going to be important for her to stay in bounds, and she's going to dribble with that left hand. Florian is going to start here. Now coaches, in the beginning of the season, I'm making the defense start a step behind the offense because I want to make practice more difficult in the game, okay? Right now, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to let defense start on the white line, and I'm going to make offense start on the red line. So I'm actually going to give you a little advantage, even though you don't need it, okay? But on is pretty fast. So when I say go, for this group, usually we just let offense initiate. That means whenever offense is ready, defense has got to be ready, and they go. When I say go, Anna's going to take off and she's going to dribble up the sideline. Florian has to come, and as she's dribbling, he's got to get a full body in front, and he wants to turn and cut her off, right here. And he's going to get a foot out of bounds. This is not going to work, and even that's not going to work. I've seen players take it through the legs, step here, and keep going. Okay, we got to get a foot out of bounds here. Okay, now offense in the drill should probably stop and back up. If they keep going, we want to take the charge. Okay, we're looking to take the charge here. But in this drill, we're hoping that offense stops and backs up. When I back up, we're going to reset. Okay, and you're going to try to get me again. Okay, so I'll initiate, I'll go, okay, and I'm going to back up. Now, Anna's trying to go, you're trying to beat him, okay, and you're trying to cut her off. I tell our players, try to get one before half court and try to get another one before the baseline. We're trying to get two if possible. Now, what's going to happen is somebody is going to take off and the defense is never going to catch it. This always happens, okay? So defense, you guys really want to be sprinting as fast as you can. Starting a little bit closer. All right, whenever you're ready. Good, not bad, not bad. Okay, now you guys will reset it. Florian, you'll come here. You're gonna try to get her again, okay? Next group, when they go, you guys can go. Good, get in front, you gotta get in front. Good, reset it, go, 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 go. Perfect, good. Stop. You gotta get her foot out of bounds. If she gets here, you can still go, right? That's what we got. Okay, all right, well, good. Get her foot out of bounds. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go. Go. You gotta stay in bounds. All right, here we go. Next one. Good. Okay. Reset it. Start away. I always like my point guards against pressure to start opposite and away. So Anna's going to start up here. I'm going to let Florian face guard her. He can face guard her if he wants. Because we're not going to let offense in this drill catch going away from the ball. She has to catch going to the ball. Okay? So she's got to make a move to come get it. Alright? And we're trying to catch on the volleyball court somewhere, and we don't want to be below either. Catch too low. Don't come do this. Okay, try to get it in here. So my inbounder is going to have to use a pass stick, right, to make that pass. Okay, so you're going to try to inbound it time, and then I'll stop. Okay, here we go. Good. Pass it. Good. That's the face. All right, now, whatever side we bring it into, we're going to have the offense step opposite here. The defense is going to always step to the ball. We're going to jump to the ball. Right here. Offensively in this drill, we want this other player to stay behind or flank this player and keep an angle right here. So she's never, in 2-on-2, she's never going to get ahead of the ball. Okay? She's always going to stay behind the basketball. Honestly, going to catch his face. Now, the goal of 2-on-2 is we're going to protect the midline. You guys are not going to ever let the ball get here. Okay? So when Florian gets here, he's going to position himself right here. Okay? Now, that's going to influence this ball to the side. my rules for offense. If offense beats the defense to the outside, for example, if I take this ball and I beat him up the floor, I've got to stop. I've got to back it up and start working the other direction, passing my team. Okay? We're not going to let the offense just go score out wide. And coaches, just a note, these are U14 plus Florida. I keep it on the volleyball team. If you're working with U18s, use the whole court. U16s kind of depends on their level, but we want to make sure that we work on these things. So I make the play on the volleyball. Now, if the offense can beat through the middle, they can go score. Okay? But they're not allowed to go score if they beat them on the outside. So if you guys can get in here, go. If not, pass them up and wait. Okay? So they're going to work this gap, and these two should be protecting this middle. I want my ball side foot to be high. Okay? Ball side foot should be high because I want my chest to my man. Okay? When I'm not on the ball, I want my chest to my man. I don't want this. I don't want ball side foot low and chest the ball. Because in the game, she's not going to be able to recover on this side. Okay? So we're going to be here. Alright, situated here. And we're going to kind of keep a triangle between our man and the ball. Okay? Alright, so when you guys hit it, you're going to start working up the floor, passing your teammate. When you pass, you got to stay behind her. Okay? You guys are going to try to get the ball up the floor. Once you guys get down close to the three-point line down there, you're trying to score. Okay? You guys are trying to score. You guys are trying to get a stop. You're going to stay down there. Okay? Alright, let's bring it in. Okay? Next four, you guys get ready, okay? Next four, get ready. And I'm gonna slide, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna slide you guys down there. You guys go down there and I'm gonna put you into this next group. Hustle down there, hustle down there. All right, so you four are gonna go next. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Good, good. All right, we're working your headline. Good, stop. Okay, come back right here. Okay, good. Teaching point. On defense, it doesn't matter what you're running, zone, man, full court, half court, you are always going to be as deep as the ball or as deep as your man. Okay? Your players have to be deep as the ball, deep as the man. The ball can never be deeper than you, and the man can never be deeper than you. Okay? So come back up here where you're supposed to be. You're going to move here. You're not. I don't want you to guard her over here because a skip pass away. So we're going to get you on the middle and the ball. If Anna starts to penetrate here, okay, we're going to try to close this gap to the left. And then when she pitches it, we're going to recover here on the ball and we're going to play. And you'll move to the middle. Okay? So let's play from right here. I'm going to dribble. Okay? Deep is the ball, deep is the man. You got to see both. Okay? Alright, here we go. Good, good, good. Now you're middle. Good. Stay behind. Good. Work the guys. Good, good. Work the guys. Good. Good. More feet. Stay low. Good. 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 Alright, stop. You guys stay keep this ball. We want to start getting space and get into a spot. Okay? Alright, next four. Here we go. Who's up here? Who's up here? Oh, come back up here. Alright, here we go. You guys ready? Good. Space. Space. Good. Middle. Stop. You're safe. You're safe. She has the ball. So when she passes, she passes. Now when she passes, now close your hand. Try to get one to your okay. Good. Stop. You want to stay behind right here. You want to stay right here. Okay. Create an angle so you can work with this. You should be in the middle here. Ball side foot is high. Okay. Chest to the man. Okay, you guys ready? You got the trouble. Here we go. Okay. Good. Good. Over here. Good. Good. That's the ball. Good. That's the ball. Alright. Notice every time the ball moves, we have to move. Offense and defense. We move on the fingertips. As soon as the ball leaves the fingertips, there should be 9 players moving. Okay? The only one that's not is the one that immediately lets it go, and they're going to move a half second you gotta have movement. So you want to jump to the basketball on defense. Always jump to the basketball. Okay, you guys are gonna set off. First group, you guys are that arm, and you're gonna switch. Okay? I want to influence the ball to the side to open floor. Unless you are the most athletic team in the country, you're not going to be able to play like this. Okay? Because she's just going to take off and go. Alright? But I can influence her, and if she starts to go, I can move around and get her to a spot if she turns. Let's say she turns, yeah, with the dribble, get the ball back. So let's do that again. Alright? She starts to go here, I go here, she starts to turn. I'm going to try to get her back to the midline. I'm going to try to keep her out, because I know I got somebody to close my gap. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay, you're going to start here. You're running the ball. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Good. Jump this ball. Good. All right, you guys are down there. Next floor. Here we go. Let's go. Last one. One common mistake, especially you players, we always on defense, we always want to have our butt to the basket, okay? Always want the butt to the basket, all right? Butt to the basket. Now you can see both. Now we're in good shape, okay? All right, here we go. Good. Stay close to the ball. Good. Good. Hey, nice ball side in. Let's go. All right. Keep going. Stay with it. So coaches, the next, we did one-on-one, running cut, two-on-two, volleyball court. Now we're going to go 3-on-3 and we're going to try to start talking about this track, okay? And we got some bigger, uglier girls now in the drill, all right? Okay? Sorry. All right. I'm going to have you guys bring it in. I'm going to have one group. You guys can step out. Okay, just these two. You guys stay put. Okay? And actually, let me have you two. Okay? Right here. Okay? And you know what? Let's just make this make a lot more sense. You guys step out. You guys step out. Okay? You guys are going to go games. Okay? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start two offensive players. Point guard's going to be away, opposite and away. And my other offensive player is going to be here. I lied. I only need one. I'm sorry. I'm going to use you. Is this okay? I lied again. You're out here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a long day. I've eaten lunch yet. Okay, perfect. All right, now, coaches, we simulate this. I don't do this on offense. I don't like setting a screen for my point guard. I think playmakers should be able to get open. If they're being face guarded, they should be able to get open. If they're being double teamed, they should be able to get open. If you start making them believe that when they're young, they'll actually do it. If you keep bringing screens to help them get open, they're always going to need help to get open. Okay? The reason I'm doing it is because other teams set this pick. So you're going to set a screen here to get you open. And all you're going to do is set a good screen, and then you're going to step to the ball. Okay? After you set it, show your hands. On you're going to wait for the screen, and you're going to come on. Now, defensively, we're not going to switch this. We're going to get through it. Okay? Come back up, line. Okay? You guys have to put this on. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. When she sees her start to set that pick, we're going to call the screen. Screen left, and we are going to, hold on, we're going to step, and we're going to give a gap. We're going to leave space here where I can see ball and see man. So this is where you're going to be, right here, okay? Now, when you hear, set the screen. When you hear screen right, you're going to get this arm up, and you're going to sit on top of the pick, right there. We're going to sit on top of the screen here, and we're going to get on top of the screen. Coaches, again, the reason is because there's still two more sets of players out here, and we're going to assume in this press that there's one sitting right here, okay? And and then if that ball comes over, they're going to make a play. So I do not let the offense catch in this drill going away from the ball. They've got to go to the ball to catch the ball. Okay, so you're going to get over that, you're going to use it, okay, we're going to get down the ball, okay, and everybody freeze for a second. Now, after you set the screen, you're stepping, okay, and you've got to get through, so you're coming with her, okay. Now we're good. Now, the person that inbounds the ball in this drill, I'm going to have them stay opposite the ball. This is going to be you guys. So you're going to go up a little bit and away. You're going to keep this player here. Everybody does this, and we got to stop doing this. Don't chase a man away in transition to the weak side. Okay? Don't chase a man away in transition on the weak side. Chase down the helper. Chase here. Okay? Because if I'm running and I'm checking and that ball is thrown, then I can close to the man. If I close to the man before the ball is thrown, I'm giving this player way too much freedom as far as them getting back to the ball side to beat me. So you want to stay there, okay? Now, when you get into a position where she stopped, you're going to put your butt to the basket, right? And you're going to see both, okay? You want to see both, just like this. And guys, I'm from Texas, and just to fulfill the stereotype, everybody has a gun in Texas, right? So I always make my players get their pistols out, and we try to put pistols on the ball and on the man. So I know that they're seeing both. So I'm going to have you put a pistol on the ball and a pistol on the man, okay? And if you're an anti-gun person like me, maybe we can just do fingers, right? Or we can just do fingertips, all right? So we'll be here, but that shows me that you can see both. Now, you're on defense, right? The low help is going to shoot the gap, okay? The low help is going to shoot the gap. So I'm just going to walk you guys through this so you can see it. Then we'll get into it a little bit more live, okay? If we influence this player to the sideline, and she takes the bait, and she starts to go, okay, freeze. As soon as she makes her hard, we call it a hard move, okay? So I'm gonna be you, okay? I'm gonna be you, step here. Okay, as soon as I make my hard move right here, this is my hard move to get in front of Anna, just like we did in running cut, okay? I'm trying to run and beat her to a spot. As soon as I make my hard move, you're making your hard move to come trap. So as soon as you see my butt, you're coming, okay? And I'm gonna get in front, and you're gonna trap here, and you're gonna shoot that gap. We're gonna leave her open, okay? We're gonna leave her open. Even in 3-on-3 coaches, we're gonna leave this open. Because when we have 4-on-4 and 5-on-5, we'll have somebody to take this pass. But 3-on-3 is designed for them to hit this trap and get this rotation. That's what we're working with, okay? So, let's say Anna doesn't take the bait. Everybody go back. Okay, you're back on defense. She starts to work sideline, but she doesn't take it, she moves back in, okay? Let's say she passes to her teammate. We're gonna jump to the ball. You're gonna close and deny, but your job is to stay opposite of the ball. So you're going to cut underneath, you're going to go away with her, you're going to stop on help, and you're going to start working up the floor. Now, if she takes the bait, if you get her to go sideline, right, so she starts to go, you're going to turn, hard move, you're going to trap, and you're going to shoot the gap. Okay? You're going to shoot the gap. You guys see that? So we're looking to set this trap up. That's what we're trying to do. Okay? Now, it's not going to work this pretty when we go live, but we're going to try anyway. Okay? So let's go back to the front. You guys bring the ball in. Everybody get where they were. Okay? You guys are going to do next. Let's start talking about who's on offense and who's on defense. Okay? You guys bring it in. Okay? Let's bring it in. All right, here we go. Good. Influence, good. Honestly, here. Same rules for offense. Here's my other offensive play. Okay, you got to stay one step behind, right? There, perfect. Now she's got an angle. See, if defense follows their rules, where she has to be as deep as her man or deep as the ball, that one step back is always going to make you open. You're always going to be open. Okay, so we're here. You're in a stance. Pistols, right? Pistols. Okay? All side foot is going to be high. Chest to the mid. Chest to the mid, like this. Chest to the mid. Good. All right, you got your drill, you're low, you're uneven, you're ferocious. All right, here we go. Go! Good. Almost out. Starting to go. Good. You got to run and get in front. You got to cut. You got to cut it off. And then we'll go over and try it. Let's do it one more time. Let's go. Hustle. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Hey, you guys are going to do 14 throws. When you come press, I'm going to come to here. Practice. Watch. Learn how to do this. All right, here we go. Chest to man. Now, that way you can see he gets in the body. He gets in the goal. Here comes the trap. You're going to go shoot the gap and we're going to get into it. Okay? That's what we're trying to do. All right, bring it in. Good. Influence. Good. All right, go. Shoot the gap. Good. We're going to give that up. We're going to give that up right now. And if you would have made that reversal pass, it's not perfect, but we can live with that because we got that rotation. Now we're going to flip. So offense is going to become defense. You guys are back up. Okay? Going back this way. Coaches, we always try to go down and back. And most of you guys are going to have 12 to 14 plays in practice. If you got 20, you're just going to have more groups. Okay? All right. So that's 3 groups. I need 2 groups. So here, let's get one here. Okay. You guys step in at the half court. You guys step in at the half court. Okay. Coaches, today I'm showing like the most basic. Later on, to make it more realistic, we start having these offensive players flash. Start taking these flash. Okay. Ball's there. So you're in 9. Good. And you're going to use on defense. Defense. Okay, come this way. Because the ball's way over there. You got some more space. You got some more space. See both of them. Like this. If he makes that pass all the way there, you can still hit it. Okay? You're fast. Alright, you're out. Alright. Okay, so you guys are going to send this pick and roll. Okay, alright, good job. Good. The guys on a step out there, guard somebody. Okay, yeah, yep. So that's 3 groups. I need 2 groups. So here, let's get one here. Okay, you guys step in at the half court. You guys stepping into half court. Okay? Coaches, today I'm showing like the most basic. Later on, to make it more realistic, we start having these offensive players flash. Start taking these flash. Start cutting. Don't let them forget this mission. What your team is going to do is they're out. Ball's there. So you're in 9. Good. And you're going to use on defense. Defense. Okay, come this way. Because the ball's way over there. You got some more space. You got some more space. See both of them. Like this. If he makes that pass all the way there, you can still hit it. Okay? You're fast. Alright, you're out. Alright. Okay, so you guys are going to send this pick and roll. Okay, alright, good job. Good. You guys take a break. You guys, how much time is that? You guys get some water. Get some water. And,